And let me just say, I remember a time when I had ailments way back in my early ministry. I had ailments that were so sore and so painful that the voices that I heard basically had me finished as a young man. And they were bad. And I was studying up in the back bedroom. My son's back bedroom was where my office was. And I remember studying it, and there's a scripture that says, take no thought, saying, what shall we eat, what shall we wear? Take no thought. Matthew 6. Therefore, take no thought, saying. And that jumped out of the book at me that particular day. And I thought about it, and it was like God said, you give life to that thought when you say it. We're creative creatures. We're made in God's image after God's likeness. And when you take a thought, that thought has no power until you speak it. Then you start to create it. And if you speak it along, now sometimes you're not so faith-filled that you can do it in one verse. Well, I think I'm going to die. Well, that's it, I'm going to die. You're not. But if you say it enough, you'll start to believe it, and you'll start to believe the words you say, and it won't be too long where you'll actually recreate because you've said it enough. Well, my dad got it, my dad's dad got it, my dad's dad got it, and obviously I'm going to get it, and that's just the way it is. And all of a sudden, you speak that long enough, eventually you'll start to believe what you're saying, and you'll create what you've said. And so that word, therefore take no thought, saying, what should we eat, what should we wear? And that portion jumped out, and I felt God spoke to me that day, and he said, don't say it. Don't give it life. Don't give it life. And I remember Lucy saying to me many times for the next 18 months, are you okay? I said, I'm fine. But let me tell you, the battle that was going on in my head, the battle that was going on in my thoughts, what's going to happen? I have 2 kids, what's going to happen? And I never said anything. And she used to say, you okay? And I said, I'm doing great, doing fine. She said, now if there's something you need to tell me. I said, if there's anything you need to hear, I'll tell you. She used to say stupid stuff like, when we joke, she goes, if you die, I'll kill you. I say, I ain't dying, babe, I'm not dying. But she knew there was something wrong. That went on for 18 months, believe me. And then it left, and it never reappeared, never. But I promise you, if I had to give into that, if I had to give life to that, if I had to have allowed that thought, and I had to spoke it and talked about it, I wouldn't be here today. I promise you I wouldn't. And I have not to this very day told anybody what that was, ever. I've never given life to it. I've never given life to it. I refuse to. Therefore, take no thought. Little faith comes along when your thoughts become bigger than what you're believing.